them. People who anchor you when the wind forgets your name, your team, your spine. But when all is said and done, every ship has a captain, and you are the steady hand that holds the wheel of your soul. So steer, not around the storm, but through it. Thank you.
Please, can we appreciate that one more time? Come on, I know we can do better than that. Okay, she has really, one of the concepts from her spoken word talks about how even in a harsh economy like ours, the sky is not your limit, rather it is your starting point. And she said, leave no stone untouched. In fact, use them stone down your Goliath. So I want you to look to your neighbor and tell them, leave no stone untouched. Leave no stone untouched. Use and break down your Goliaths. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So for the last time, we'll just have another pitch before we go back into our session of TED Talks. So I'll be calling on the Lapo Microfinance Bank. They got to speak to us earlier, but just to reiterate some important things. Thank you very much, everyone.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this place so cold? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All right, eminent personalities. I would like to believe that what I just said now might come to many of us as, maybe making some flattering remarks. But I say this with all sincerity of purpose. What we think is what we will become. And soon. Can you say that? So thank you. So my name is Microfinance Bank, and I'm going to be speaking very briefly on about the brand, and of course about how has brought the bank thus far. I know many of us are conversant with the brand Lapo as a bank that offers credit facilities and all that, but not too many of us actually understand or know that LAPO is actually an acronym. The L stands for lift, A stands for above, P stands for poverty, and O stands for organization. So can we put the words together? Thank you. Put your hands together for yourself, please. Okay, so the brand actually started at a time when Nigeria was going through one of the toughest economic crises ever known in the history of the country in 1987. And at the time, the government of IBB, Ibrahim Badabasiwa actually brought about a concept called austerity measure. And it was quite a tough one for the country at the time. And there was this young man, vibrant, full of energy, vim, and most importantly, he wanted to just impact lives. Right? He didn't have all the monies in the whole world. I'm talking about Dr. Godwin Yagomoso, the man who actually started what we call LAPO today. And it's actually more or less like an intervention, to touch low-income earners, especially women, with no prejudice to men anyway. It has grown to have about 536 branches across 35 states in the country, plus the FCT. And of course, we are still growing in leap and bounds. But what I want to actually say, is inspired by a word from Sigmund Freud, when he said, the dream is actually a fulfillment of repressed wish. So I would not just be talking about my brand here today. I will also be talking about what do we actually think of ourselves? As a man thinketh in his heart or her heart, so so that person actually is. So for us as a brand, we actually pride ourselves on three major factors. Number one is improving lives, which is actually the motto, of the brand. We also pride ourselves with dedication to human lives, and of course we pride ourselves also on empowering people, women. We also have the LAPO scholarship scheme that we started 2008, and so far we've actually empowered over 4,000 Nigerian students from secondary school up to university level. I think we deserve a round of applause for that. And of course, we still, that was as at December 2024. We're still doing so much in that area. Prior to this time, my colleague had actually spoken about some of our products and the package, that we actually bring about. For some of us who have nieces, nephews, there's a particular package called My Picking and Hack, where you can as low as 200 naira, you can actually open an account, and every account holder stand a chance to actually become a scholarship beneficiary of LAPO. Of course, our fixed deposits package, I can actually say that because I'm very entrenched in the banking system. There's no bank that you actually fix your money in and will give you an upfront payment of your interest right on the go. We actually offer that much. Our savings facility, we even give you interest for saving money with us. And we're very much open. We are on social media across all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course on YouTube. You find us everywhere. But I would just leave us with this. But whatsoever you actually propose your hearts, to do, one of the things you must actually go for is living for others. When you live for others, things would definitely come to you. The holy books reminds us of the fact that there's one who actually has and actually gives to others, and yet abounds, while there's one who actually have so much and yet holds and yet becomes stingy and lives in mystery. So anything at all that we're going to be saying here is please, as much as possible, whatever area or field that we actually find ourselves. For many of us who are into the medical world, we've heard of a guy called the guy who is a brain surgeon. I'm trying to recall his name now. Pardon? Ben Carson. His story is one that actually inspires lives even till date. So whatever field we are or find ourselves, we can always make impact, and that's what we should actually do. Thank you for listening to me, and God bless.
Okay, we're going to be moving on very quickly now, but I know that we've had breaks, we've gone to eat, and we're refreshed. Maybe you're tired. Outside, Royal Twills is making an announcement that they're there to cater for your needs. So please, if you need to take care of yourself, and while being limitless, recognizing your physical body needs and limits, so you can do that. But we'll be moving forward now so that we can really get this done. So we're having our next TED Talk, and I'll be introducing her speaker. Well, I want us to pay close attention to the introduction, and then please, with a standing ovation, I welcome them on stage. However, before I introduce our speaker, during the breaks and the pitches that we had one of our speakers walk in, and I would like us to recognize her now. So please, with a standing ovation, can we welcome Muturayo Oyedele, the official photographer, to the governor of Ondo State. Thank you so much, Ma. We're honored to have you in our midst today. Okay, so now to our speaker, someone who is passionate about youth empowerment, and really bridging the opportunity gap. Timmy Joel is a bold voice at the intersection of youth empowerment and social impact. He currently serves as a growth associate at Cowrywise, a digital wealth management company where he leads growth engineering initiatives, drives strategic campaigns, and leads the fast-growing Cowrywise Ambassadors community, a program he has expanded from 60 schools to over 460 tertiary institutions across Nigeria. Driven by a passion for creating access and accelerating personal transformation, Timmy builds initiatives that empowers young Nigerians to unlock quality local and global opportunities, launch meaningful careers, and pursue transformational leadership. The Cowrywise Ambassadors community has become a launchpad for students and recent graduates who are now working with multinational organizations and are building industries. With a long world-class university in Africa that provides holistic education at little to no cost, he's laying the foundation for a future where every young person can become a true change maker in their community. Audacious and deeply ambitious, Timmy is known for his drive, daring vision, and belief in possibility. Timmy also enjoys unwinding through football, eating the tennis courts, or skating, his newest hobby. Summarily, he's an advocate for personal growth, career development, to unlock their limitless potential. So limitless, ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, I want you to welcome someone who is as passionate for youth empowerment and education as we all in this room are.
Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. She was reading that the other time, and it sounded like she was reading something that she was reading a bio of a 30-year-old boy, a 30-year-old man. But yeah, I'm a Gen Z, by the way. Like she rightly said, my name is Timmy. I work at an investment management company. I am super excited to be here, super excited to be doing this. Frankly, I count it as an honor to be here. Really, I do not take it for granted to have tens of you seated wanting to hear what Timmy has to say. It's also important to say that, of course, to thank every other speaker that has spoken before me, and Moturaya that will speak after me. But yeah, welcome to my TED Talk. Sometimes I think about how we can be very ambitious and wanting to reach some of our goals. Have set ambition, set goals, and sometimes we are not getting close to achieving those goals.